Good evening, dear friends. Find a comfortable place to rest. Take a slow, gentle breath in and slowly breathe out. Tonight, we return to our dream worlds. Dreamworld Chronicles, Episode 1 The Valley Where Dreams Bloom. Chapter number 2 The Whispering Forest. The moon watched quietly as Oliver stared beyond the last hill of the valley, where dreams bloom. Behind him, a little white cottage glowed warmly beneath its moss-covered roof. Its windows shone like welcoming stars, and for a moment he felt the familiar comfort of home. He placed a gentle hand over his satchel. Inside, the tiny white pillow rested peacefully. Its silver words still shimmered. Find the sleeper. Oliver smiled to himself. I don't know who you are, he whispered softly. But if someone needs my help, I will do my best to find them. The pillow gave a tiny glow, not bright enough to light the path, only bright enough to say, Thank you. Oliver's smiles grew a little wider. My grandmother always said kindness should never wait until tomorrow. He adjusted the strap of his satchel and continued walking. The moonlight path curved gently toward the oldest forest in Dreamworld, the Whispering Forest. No gates marked its entrance, no wall surrounded it. Only two ancient silver birch trees stood side by side, their branches arching together high above the path, as though welcoming every respectful traveler. Oliver stopped beneath them. Without thinking, he removed his little cap. "Good evening," he said politely. Thank you for allowing me to pass." The leaves above him rustled softly. Not because of the wind, there was no wind. The branches simply shimmered for a moment, scattering tiny silver lights into the air like drifting snow. Oliver had never noticed that before. He chuckled quietly. I suppose good manners matters everywhere. He stepped inside. The forest felt wonderfully different from the valley. The air smelled of pine needles, fresh rain, and blooming lavender. Soft moss covered nearly every stone. Tiny blue mushrooms glowed in sap beside old roots. Golden moss floated lazily between the trees, their wings sparkling like little pieces of the night sky. Nothing hurried. Even time itself seems to walk more slowly here. Oliver breathed deeply, felt peaceful, as though the forest itself encouraged every visitor to slow down and simply notice the beauty around them. He soon came upon a narrow stream, no wider than a garden path. Its water was perfectly clear. He knelt beside it. Instead of seeing only his own reflection, he saw children sleeping peacefully in their bed. A little girl hugging a warm teddy bear, a baby smiling while dreaming, an elderly man resting after a long day. Oliver blinked. The images faded. Only clear water remained. A dream stream, he whispered. I have only read about this. He cupped a little water in his hand. Before drinking, he bowed his head. Thank you for your gift. The stream answered with a happy little ripple. Three tiny silver fish leaped into the air before disappearing beneath the water again. Oliver laughed quietly. So you heard me? He continued along the path, his lantern swinging gently beside him. After some time, he noticed something unusual. A tiny bird sat beneath a fern. Its feathers were soft, white, but no one small wing dropped sadly against the ground. A little bird tried to fly. It fluttered, rose only a few inches, then settled back into the moss. Oliver walked closer very slowly. So that's why you are sitting all alone. The bird looked up with frightened eyes. Oliver remained where he was. He knew frightened creatures should never be hushed. It's all right, he said softly. I am not here to catch you. He sat on a nearby stone instead. For several quiet moments, neither of them moved. Eventually, the bird hopped a little closer. Oliver reached into his pocket. Every dream gardener carried a few moon seeds. tiny glowing seeds used to care for dream flowers. He placed one gently upon the moss between them. You may have this. Then he moved his hand away. The bird tilted its head. After another long movement, it hopped forward and pecked gently at the glowing seed. Almost immediately its feathers shone with a warm silver light. It stretched its injured wing once, twice, then lifted gracefully into the air. It circled Oliver 3 times before disappearing into the moonlight branches. As it flew away, something remarkable happened. A single unopened flower beside the path slowly unfolded its petals. Golden light split softly from its center. Oliver stared. I don't remember seeing that flower. He smiled. Perhaps it was simply waiting. Without realizing it, Oliver had witnessed one of the Dreamworld's oldest truths. Every act of a genuine kindness helped another dream bloom. No one explained this to him. The forest simply remembered. For ahead, a little pillow inside his satchel began glowing again. This time it floated gently into the air. It drifted ahead, never too quickly, always waiting where Oliver passed, almost as though it understood that good journeys should never be rushed. After a peaceful walk beneath the silver trees, the forest opened into a wider, circled clearing. Oliver stopped. At its center stood the largest tree he had ever seen. Its trunk was wider than his cottage. Its bark shimmered with shades of pearl and moonlight. Its branches stretched high into the stars. Yet what astonished Oliver most were its leaves. They were not leaves at all. Every branch carried thousands upon thousands of delicate silver feathers. They moved together with a soft whispering sound, not words, only gentle music. It sounds like a mother singing lullabies, like grandparents telling stories, like peaceful evening beside warm fireplaces. Oliver removed his cap once again. What a beautiful tree! As though hearing this word, one feather drifted slowly downward. It landed in his open hand. It felt warm, lighter than snow. For just a heartbeat, Oliver thought he heard a tiny voice. Welcome! Then the feather dissolved into shimmering light. The pillow floated towards the green tree. Beneath its branches hung hundreds of tiny glass lanterns. Inside each lantern glowed a sleeping dream. One held a child sailing across clouds. Another showed two sisters planting flowers together. Another carried the dream of an old woman happily baking bread for her grandchildren. Oliver walked slowly among them. He smiled at every lantern. I hope your dreams are beautiful. As he passed, several lanterns glowed just a little brighter. Then a gentle voice spoke behind him. You great dreams, as though they are old friends. Oliver turned. Sitting upon one of the roots was a small fox. Its fur shimmered with silver and pale blue, as though women from moonlight itself. Its bright eyes were calm and wise. Around its neck hung a tiny bell made from crystal. It gave no sound. The fox inclined its head politely. My name is Luna. Oliver smiled and bowed. My name is Oliver. I know. Oliver blinked. You do? Luna nodded. Yes, the whispering forest has been expecting you. Oliver looked surprised. Expecting me? For a very long time. The little fox's voice was gentle, carrying neither excitement nor fear, only certainty. Oliver sat beside the great tree. If you don't mind, I have my questions. Luna smiled. So did I when I was young. Oliver laughed softly. My grandmother always said that questions are little lanterns. They helped us see farther. Luna's eyes sparkled. She was very wise. For a while, neither of them spoke. They simply listened. The silver feathers whispered overhead. Lanterns swayed gently. Somewhere nearby, water trickled peacefully over a smooth stone. Finally, Oliver asked a question, resting deep as within his heart. The pillow told me to find someone called the sleeper. Luna became quiet. The forest seemed to listen. The lanterns stopped swaying for a moment. Then Luna looked toward the stars. The sleeper has been dreaming for 1,000 years. Oliver whispered. Is only truly asleep for that long? Luna answered softly. No, not unless Dreamworld itself is waiting. Oliver felt a gentle shiver. Not from fear, but from wonder. He looked down at the tiny pillow resting peacefully in his lap. It glowed once, very softly, as though agreeing. Luna stood. The path ahead is long, but no traveler should begin such a journey on an empty head. She smiled warmly. Come, there is someone who has been hoping to meet you. Oliver rose to his feet. He adjusted his satchel, lifted his lantern, and followed Luna toward a narrow path. As they disappeared, hiding behind the ancient cedar tree. As it disappeared into the silver forest, one of the dream lanterns drifted gently downward. Inside it, a tiny golden flower slowly opened. Far away, beyond rivers no map had ever shown, beyond mountains woven from sleeping clouds. Someone took the first deep breath they had taken in 1,000 years, very quietly, almost too quietly to hear. A voice whispered into the endless night, "He is coming." And thank you for walking through our dream world with me tonight. May your own dreams be gentle, bright, and full of wonder. Tomorrow we will be there with next chapter. Dreams bloom brightest in hearts that choose kindness. Okay, take care. Good night.